and into a much lesser extent, Legendary Tales. While it has progress, it doesn't. I wouldn't say I'm quite as satisfied by that progress. So, let's shoot you. Quit yelling at me. Please drop ammo. How much ammo do I have left? 50 rounds? That's okay. We're gonna shoot as few of these as possible. This is good level design. Welcome back. I am a friendly pest, and I am playing Half-Life Alyx today, picking up where I left off. It's been about a week and a half since I played anything, because I had some personal stuff going on, so any videos you've seen recently were actually recorded and edited and scheduled well in advance of this, so pardon me for being a little bit rusty, but hopefully it'll come back quickly, because this game feels and plays very well. Speaking of which, I'm playing on an Oculus Quest 2, streaming the game over Airlink from my PC, and spoiler alert, really enjoying the game so far. So, I don't even really remember exactly what I was doing, other than I just recently got a flashlight, and I came through that area there. Like, I don't remember if I already looted in here. I think I did. So, we're going to crack on as if I did. And we'll just take a peek around and move on with things. I said this in another video, but I don't know if everybody watches all my series. Nasty. And honestly, I wouldn't blame people for having one series they prefer over another, etc. I mean, I've got my preference, and I'm just playing. This game, for example, is really quite good. Like, in my opinion, probably the most well-executed VR game I've played to date. And it has some aspects that certain people would not prefer, such as no body. And then there's no weapon holster, right? You don't have to pull your magazines out of a specific mag. You can just hit a button and that slides forward, and then you switch your weapons just like that with a menu. So certain people would prefer the holsters on the body and a full body experience, and maybe I even would too, but that doesn't detract from what a great experience this game has been for me so far. So I love it and highly recommend it if you catch it on sale or otherwise even. Like, that's something you kind of have to come to terms with, is that VR games are expensive. I've shot so many of these lately, and they're not given loot. I say that, there's a shell. But that really isn't worth my ammo, right? But I need to practice here anyway. There we go. See, it's all coming back to me. Even the ability to waste ammunition. It's like riding a bike. Trying to decide which way to go. I kind of want to look around in there. I played a little bit of this game before, back in the day, on a Windows headset, and I'm actually getting close to the point, I think, where I stopped playing before, and I'll probably remember even when. And it wasn't because I wasn't having a good time, but for me, it took me a long time to kind of get my VR legs. I suffered pretty badly from the initial nausea, and that Windows headset just wasn't a patch on this Oculus Quest 2, to be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, the display was fantastic. It was a Samsung Odyssey, I think. That's some kind of flamethrower trooper. Anyway, the display is excellent. but it did not do nearly as well with the inside-out tracking as the Quest 2 does, and I don't know if that's because the cameras weren't as good as the software wasn't good. Maybe both. Anyway, not much in this room. I kind of fell off VR, from my initial experience, and then I had kind of all but lost interest, and I wanted to build this awesome man cave right here at story time. It was story time. Easy. Great. That wasn't my best performance, but that's okay. Hopefully I remember to tell that story here. All right, you need to calm down. Oh no, he hit my fuel tank. How did I not die? Wow. That was horribly handled by me. Absolutely terrible. Like, pick up a bomb and then fight flying chainsaws. I did not do that well. Oh well. I survived somehow, kind of undeservedly. I'm playing this on normal, which goes to show a little bit of just how incompetent you can be and still survive certain scenes. Now my health is down, but it's okay. A couple of things I could have done better. I could have used the... oh, that's unsettling. I could have used that explosive. I could have switched to my shotgun. I could have made sure that the explosive wasn't on me. But I did none of that. No, I flailed worthlessly, panicked and didn't reload well, and then almost got blown up. So there you go. Back to story time. I always wanted an awesome man cave. This was like a 15-year dream. And I finally managed to buy a house that had a large, kind of undeveloped space. There was no power out there, no heat, no insulation, but it was an empty block area. And for the record, nobody wanted this house because it's in such bad repair, etc. Anyway, over the course of 3 months or so, I built a man cave that dreams are made of. All myself. Had just a little bit of help from my dad when he had some spare time. Anyhow, because I had a nice large area, I wanted proper VR, right? Or what I considered in my mind to be proper VR. So the Quest 2, with no wires attached, meant I could take advantage of the large play area, and I have a pretty decent VR play space now. So I bought a Quest 2. Right, man, this is a long story. I apologize. It help if I just stop and tell you the story, because otherwise I get distracted. I'm sorry. Anyway, bought a Quest 2, played a little bit with it, thought it was pretty cool, still kind of fell off VR a little bit despite everything going for my scenario, until a friend came over and I introduced him to VR. I am Universe 25, the person I've been playing Legendary Tales with on Wednesdays. And he fell in love with it immediately and got his own headset. And his excitement kind of infected me, and finally having someone else to talk about VR with, because I was the only person I knew that had a VR headset, got me back into VR. And now that I'm back into it, I'm having a ball. So, thanks to him. Easy, calm down. What's you there? You got one of them armored things on your head. Ow! Man, the shotgun is not amazing. Like, it's not bad. I'm glad that stayed dead, because those are awful. Anyway, really enjoying VR. As I said in my Friday video, it's kind of rekindled an excitement for video games that I haven't felt for a very long time. Because, to be honest, I'm kind of tired of most things. Most games, I'm tired of the tropes for their story, their characters, their gameplay, It just felt like everything was kind of rinse and repeat. Nothing was really speaking to me or calling to me. And then in VR, you got a whole new set of mechanics, the way I have to interact with the world and the way I can explore the world and the way I can look at things in greater detail that is different from other games. And in that way, this is new, exciting, and fun for me. And I am loving it and highly recommend it. Though I would say, keep your expectations in check because there's a little bit of a learning curve. Oh, hey, little buddy. Man, how did this work out? And wanted to wait for the other one, but I was afraid he was going to kick my barrel away. Here. Cool. I don't remember what I was talking about. I do that. I apologize. Anyway, I'm loving VR right now. Everything about it. It took me a while. Man, what a great medium to play video games and experience told stories. And it's, man, like I can play some pretty gruesome, pretty wild games and not be scared. Not that I'm particularly brave or anything, but then when you play VR, man, the immersion for some reason just takes it to a whole nother level. Like I get to experience emotions that have been locked out to me, like going through the darkness in the episode before this one. That is such a cool experience to be offered by a video game. I'm not gonna lie. And it's like walking through the dark, but the way Russell talks and kind of calms you down and comforts you. You don't get that in regular games. Look. That went way better than my last encounter. One might argue that the odds were a little bit more in my favor. But I'm not going to stand for that. I think that was a pretty even contest. And let's just face it. I was the superior opponent between myself and these. I almost can't outsmart this door. But I outsmarted them. I outsmarted them with death. Okay. Speaking of outsmarting, there's a valve. It's not exactly a valve, it's a wheel. I've had a couple people tell me they don't want to watch this series specifically because they want to experience this game for themselves. I totally get that. I'm not mad at you at all. I'm still going to play it, right? Because I'm having a ball. And it's a great game to stream because I make progress, and I like that. Let's get on there. I like games, let me adjust my pants here. I like games where I'm not exactly doing the same thing over again. Like Beat Saber and Pistol Whip are super fun, great games. I love them. Honestly, they're great games. Awesome, good exercise. What an experience. I'm telling a story.
I'm going full production mode on the Russell, of course.
Oh, of course. You'll be sitting on a landmine.
Gold mine, yep. So here's the plan. Conservative estimate, I figure 1 year to get the world unconquered by the Combine, get them off the planet. So that's year 1. Then another year to mass produce the Russell. Although, just quietly, we will need to rebuild society first, to get some basic infrastructure, jobs, money, that sort of thing. Otherwise people won't be able to buy them, So, 3-year plan. Let's slot the infrastructure thing in for year 2.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You're gonna want to put that in year 2.
Pretty entertaining, though it did completely derail my thoughts. I cannot remember. Sorry. I do that. Oh, my light's on. That was a thought that I was kind of enjoying too. I was enjoying that thought, and they took it away from me. Woo! One wrong move in here will be my last move. Let's just put this away for the moment. Wished I could remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about why I like to play this game. I was. That's it. Hi, I brought it back. See that? Amazing. Now all I need is a little more dialogue to interrupt me. I like making progress. So games like Pistol Whip and Beat Saber are awesome. But when I get on here, I'm making headway. And that headway can be in just like upgrading weapons or expanding my character's abilities enough that I can go places I couldn't go before. That's satisfying for me. I really enjoy that. That brings me back to a game. Just playing songs in like Beat Saber or Pistol Whip, while good, doesn't hold me like something like this or even Into the Radius, and into a much lesser extent, Legendary Tales. While it has progress, it doesn't. I wouldn't say I'm quite as satisfied by that progress. So, let's shoot you.
Oh, careful, careful.
Quit yelling at me. Please drop ammo. How much ammo do I have left? 50 rounds? That's okay. We're gonna shoot as few of these as possible. This is good level design. The way they take aspects of the game that you're familiar with and then mix them in new and creative ways. I'm not just shooting my way through rooms over and over again. Can I slip by you without getting snagged? I can. Oh, wow, that one's close. It's gotta die. If I could find one of those weapon modification stations, I think I've got plenty of resin to add a laser pointer, which would be a nice addition. Man, if they add a head crab to this scene, it's gonna be real uncomfortable. Okay. Put that in my... I need to find a health station. Pistol back out. I need to find another wheel. Don't miss. Let's just bring you this way. There it is. There's the wheel. My poor memory allows me to enjoy things as if for the first time. True story. On my lunch break at work, we watched a movie. If you must know, older Tom Hanks movie called... Oh.
Whole 3-year wrestle plan. You think you'd have a job for me?
Job? Alyx, you invented the Alyx. Of course you can have a job.
We could be partners.
Oh, well, well, there would be stock options. 5 to 10 year vesting period, obviously. Could be very lucrative for you, Alyx, in the long term.
I don't know what any of that meant, but sounds good, partner.
Yep, sounds good. Alyx?
So, older Tom Hanks movie. Oh no, that complicates things. Long story short, told my wife about it when I got home. Apparently we watched the movie together, like 10 years before. And I 100% had no memory at all of that entire film while watching it. None. I'm playing around. I wasn't able to predict the plot. Nothing seemed familiar to me. Also, I didn't much care for it, so deal with it. This is sketchy. This is as sketchy a situation as I could hope for right now. Let's see. You there? Let's not do that again. Okay. Mantle. Oh dang, there's a health canister bug thing. Ooh. Those gravity gloves have amazing reach. Alright. This is sketchy. Nice and slow. You know, I've participated in quite a few YouTube channels over the years. I used to make kind of opinion pieces about game news. I used to make more like an online diary thing where I just talked about, oh no, oh no. Really?
Alyx!
Okay. Let's try that again. So, what happened there is the rotten bastard punched my fuel can, triggered all the other fuel cans, and killed me instantly. Fortunately, the game was generous, and didn't roll me back too far. So, pretty happy about that. The reason I brought up my previous YouTube efforts is because I am enjoying this one way more than I enjoyed the previous ones. And I should be very clear what I mean by effort, because honestly, I'm not really worried about getting big or finding a huge following. Don't get me wrong, success would probably feel good. Genuinely, I'm just trying to enjoy the experience. I'm trying to make content that I would want to watch. I'm trying to talk about the things that I want to talk about. And I'm not trying to satisfy any specific audience or cater to any group of people because I want their attention and support. I'm genuinely just playing these games to enjoy them. And if you guys want to hang out, that's awesome, because it really does elevate the experience. I feel like I'm getting low on ammo. I think you guys watch, comment. I don't know why exactly. Really makes my day. So thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for giving me advice on what I could be doing better in these games, because like I don't have any ego in this. I'm just trying to have a good time. Like, I know I'm pretty incompetent in most play sessions, but I'm okay with that. Oh, a loading screen. There was a loading screen right there. I found a loading screen. So when you guys do comment, advice, etc., and I use that advice and my play experience becomes better, it's like I'm not playing alone. And as a person that used to play games almost exclusively multiplayer, that's pretty awesome. This actually feels like... Yeah. I believe there are troops up there. I think I half remember that. This seems like a pretty good place to stop. I feel like that was a good romp through what I would consider to be a fairly set piece environment. Really cool, really well done. I love the level design on the Half-Life games. Like, it's something I think I noticed especially with Half-Life 2. But the way they bring the game mechanics together to create really cool scenes like that, stuff, pieces you're familiar with that it is introduced to you over time, coming together to form more complicated and more interesting puzzles, like the light, the can, the mobs that pull things above, and when they do that, they'll explode, etc. Finding the cranks to open the doors, all those pieces coming together that it has taught me slowly through the game to make a really cool experience that wasn't very frustrating, but I still felt super smart because the way the game taught me how to play those elements together. Great level design. Probably unmatched, in my opinion, by most games. What makes a really great game, that right there was kind of a cataclysm of those elements, and I really enjoyed it a lot. Not too hard, not too complicated, still felt super smart going through it, really enjoyed it. I mean, you still had to pay attention to what you were doing, right? Not too easy. Awesome. Loved it. Probably one of my favorite things about this game, honestly. I'm going to wrap the episode up here. I think that was a pretty decent little play session. I enjoyed it. As my life is back to normal now, which I will explain more later, probably. Right now, I'm a little self-conscious about it, even though you don't know me and I don't know you. But, like, life got better for me. I went through a really tough, 6 weeks, and one of the escapes from my reality was putting out 3 videos a week. I don't know if I will sustain that now that my life's back to normal. Maybe I will through the winter, and we'll see. Because as I get better at making these, like a video used to take me 8 hours to make, and now I'm getting to where I can kind of get them done in 3.5 or 4, based on recording, editing, uploading all those elements together and scheduling. So I've become more efficient. I can still put the content out there anyway. Now that life's a little more back to normal, there's some other things in life I need to focus my time on and enjoy. But I'm still going to try to put out 3 videos a week for a little while and see how it holds. But if that's not sustainable, and you guys want to comment below what you enjoy most so I can focus on that content, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's do this outro. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. Hopefully you got some awesome weekend plans. Hopefully you're getting to spend your time with the people you want to spend your time with. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.